to the madness of the Blue Lagoon. It is windy today. Blue Lagoon on Comino. We've just put 32 metres down on the chain in about 7 metres of water, so we have got a good 4.5 to 1 ratio. I'd like a bit more, but if we swing 180, we'll be close to there. And if we put any more out and we swing a little bit, we'll be hitting that buoy, which is a marker channel. Because all the way around here are reefs. There is one just there, and there is a reef just there. So you have to come in where that catamaran's going out, through these 2 markers, and then through these 2 markers. But people just fly around everywhere. Very, very windy today. So just over there, one of the rental boats, that one there, went straight over the reef, and they're just pulling it off now. That was on there for about 20 minutes, smashing around. And they have managed to get it off the reef. What damage? Who knows? Probably the propeller, the lower gearbox, but he's tilted the engine up on the back, dragged it out. And the guy who caused it is actually on the back of that jet ski. So if you see that jet ski as a geezer just hanging on the back, he's the one who crashed it, who rented it and crashed it. It's one of the little day rental boats. And unfortunately, you don't have to have any experience to rent them. You've got Spirit of Malta catamaran just there. Anchored next to us. We've been here for about 40 minutes now. We've been checking that we're not moving. Our anchor seems to be well dug in. And this is just one small part of the Blue Lagoon. It goes over the back as well. And there's some nice bays the other side, and over this side is Gozo. This is the island of Gozo, and that is the capital where the ferries come in and out. Gozo. Last time I was here, 30 something odd years ago. Shame it's a bit windy and rough out here today, but still a lovely place.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. Now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there. Hold on tight. We are dreamers of the shore.
Goodbye Blue Lagoon. David is bringing the anchor up. Forward. 12 metres. The island of Gozo. This is the island of Camino. Look at all the birds over there. Thousands of them. We're on our way to a small Sicilian island. Yep, you're off the bottom, Dave. Okay, let's get through these marked channels and get on our way. What we got there, Dave? Well, apparent wind speed 25. Yeah, 26, 27 at times. Yeah, 3 knots speed. Fucking beer all day, 82 miles to go. Yeah, lovely. Well, we are on anchor in Pantelleria, a little Sicilian island, and that was difficult. That was 30 hours of bashing into big seas all the way. Both engines running, no sails out, and we're now in a little marina with cafes and bars behind us. We will stay here for 2 days. This berth is €225 a day. So we're staying for 2 days. One day we will check out Schengen, and you have to come in right the way around here and then back in, because there is a reef just there and a sunken pier down there all the way. And 2 marked channels you've got to come through because of the reef on the outside. So yeah, not the easiest marina to get into, but we are here. So that Malta journey to this little island took 30 hours, upwind all the way, constantly 2-3 metre swells and sometimes even 4. It's one of the roughest passages I've ever had. We will leave this place Monday and get over to Tunisia. He's a mad Sicilian up there. And that's another mad Sicilian. And that's a mad Englishman. And there's another mad Sicilian. We're crazy. Well, we're not. He is up there. He ain't got a clue. I'm sure he hasn't. They put me in charge of the winch, winching him up and down. Well, this is where I've got half a clue what I'm doing, because I would not want to fall from now 20 odd metres down. Lovely day though, beautiful day here. Pantelleria, beautiful place. We are leaving Pantelleria, a little Sicilian island, and we are heading towards Tunisia. About 30 hours of sailing. Mind you, the speed we're doing, which is only 3.5 knots, it will take us about a day and a half, nearly 2 days. We have 110 miles, I think, on this passage. We got 8-9 knots of wind coming from the beam. We're just poodling along at 3-4 knots. No engines running. We fixed the mainsail today by altering the halyard that had chafed at the top. We altered the sail bag, which we've been having problems with. We've done some alterations on a couple of the winches.
Back of the sail bag.
And the back of the sail bag, yeah, which is still not quite right, but it's better. That raised actually quite nice, that sail, this morning, didn't it? Well, an hour ago. So we've been sailing just over an hour, or about an hour. Probably 3-4 miles away from that beautiful little island. We had a load of guests on board yesterday. About 7 people turned up. Bought a load of pizza, drunk all our beer, and then left us at about 11 o'clock. Very nice of them. Although one of them was the rigger who got up the mast and sorted that out this morning. That cost €600. We had to have an interpreter. Although I think he spoke good English. I think he just pretended so his girlfriend could earn €100 as an interpreter. Don't you, Dave?
Yeah, I do.
So the rigging was 500, the interpreter was 100, and we had to supply him with cigarettes and beer. But very nice people. Great time. 2 days we spent there. Pantelleria. Never heard of it before. We were originally going to go from Malta straight to Tunisia, and then we decided that this was en route, and we have just cleared customs just over an hour ago, which was quite straightforward. So we're now checked out of the European Union, and once we get to Tunisia we will need to check in customs, clear the yacht through the marina.
100 miles exactly.
100 to go, 100 miles to go. I think we have to employ an agent to deal with our customs in the marina, and we might stay here for 2 days and then work down the rest of the North African coast, Algeria and Morocco. But beautiful day on the water, really nice. Good sailing, although very slow. Could do with the wind picking up a little bit. So David has gone down for a late afternoon siesta for a couple of hours. It's 5:30. We've only got 7 knots of wind. We're only doing 3.5 knots speed over ground as we work our way to Tunisia. You can just work out a little bit of Tunisia. Somewhere just there. Yep, somewhere just there is Tunisia. But then we go over a big bay which is another 50 miles away. And behind me, just there, Pantelleria, a beautiful Sicilian island where we spent 2 days. A couple of repairs done, left a few hours ago. Very light winds, as I say, but it is coming from a nice angle. We've got the current giving us a little bit of a help. Beautiful day. It may take us 36 to 48 hours at this speed, but we're in no rush. So for those that are following us or interested in our passage, We left Rhodes on the 7th of August. It's the 25th today. So that's 18 days that we've been on this passage so far. Our end goal on the first leg of this passage is to get to Gibraltar, where we will pick our friend Lee up, who will then join us to carry on over the Atlantic to St Martin's. We've done 860 miles since we left Rhodes on the 7th. We stopped in Lindos, halfway down on the south side of Rhodes. We then went to Carpathos, where we stayed in a lovely bay on the south tip. We then ran for cover the next day into Kassos Island, where we stayed in a bay for 3 days to sit out bad weather. Then from there we went to Crete, where we spent, I think, 4 or 5 days stopping in different places on the south coast of Crete. From Crete we went 3 days 3 nights across to Malta, stayed in Valletta for 2 days, or just south of Valletta in a bay. Then we went to Gozo, stayed at the Blue Lagoon overnight. Then from Gozo we went to Pantelleria, which is that island just there, which we left a couple of hours ago. And Tunisia is up ahead. We've still got 88 miles to go. We're moving very slow at 2.5 knots with 6-7 knots of true wind speed. So this is going to be a very, very long passage. It should be done in 24 hours with 6 knots. But I think we're going to be more 48 hours. Once we reach Tunisia, we will stay for 2 days. Then we will head down Algeria, Morocco, and then finally over into Gibraltar, which is about 1900 miles. So we're almost bang on halfway across the first leg, which has been from Rhodes going over towards Tunisia. We've had a couple of days where we've needed to duck out weather, so out of the 18 days we've probably done maybe 11 or 12 days of sailing. For today it's been beautiful so far. Could do with more wind, but the seas are really calm today. But we're quite happy just to bobble around here for a couple of days. No engines running. From Rhodes right the way to Pantelleria, we've had engines running all the time. Sometimes one engine, sometimes two. We've had wind on the nose. We've had big sea states up to 3.5-4 metres at times. It has been a difficult passage so far, but today it's gorgeous. So David again is on flag ceremony. What flag are you bringing down, Dave?
The Maltese flag, mate.
What territory have we just come from?
Sicily.
So, what does that mean?
It means we didn't swap over the flag for a Sicilian
Yeah, we were
flag,
quite naughty, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Okay, so what are you going to raise up now?
Well, I'm going to undo this one.
Yep.
I'm going to raise up the Tunisian flag and the what they call that one?
What, the yellow one?
Yeah.
How about quarantine?
Quarantine flag, that's it.
Alright, I'm going to leave you to undo that. I'm going to keep filming because I can edit it if I need to. But I might leave that bit in where you forgot what the quarantine flag is.
I would.
What flag goes at the top? Quarantine or the courtesy?
No, the courtesy flag.
Yeah, courtesy up the top, that's it. And then we put the Maltese flag away. The Sicilian ain't got a bit of dirt on it.
No.
Actually it has, from last year or the year before.
So that's that one.
There you go. So I'll take that off you.
Take that one.
Take that, that's it. So he's going to do a nice little bowling.
So we're going to do a bowling through now.
Embassy Italia, call sign Charlie, Quebec, India, Hotel 9. Flexi, Victor 7, Box Road 5.
And then this one. Okay, can undo this bowling.
The next installer is required. Good evening, sir. Channel 06.
Channel 06. We can tune in and listen to that conversation because we're allowed to. Right, Dave, raise her up.
Hey, mate. This is the Tunisian and quarantine flag ceremony.
There we go.
And we have it.
Flying lovely. That's it. Tie the flagstaff off. That's it. Well done, boy.
Lovely jubbly,
Another
mate.
job done. So after about 27 hours sail from Sicily, Pantelleria, we have landed in Tunisia. Bizrate Marina. We just had customs clearance. They did bring 2 customs officials on board to check the boat over, make sure there was no illegal substances. Quite a good sail. Lost wind a couple of times, but sailed most of the way. Did have an engine on for a little while. That's the outer harbour that you come through. There's a break wall over the back. Coming through the outer sea, through one short harbour entrance, then into this harbour entrance, round that corner, down this channel, around here, and then into this berth. We're going to be here for 2 days, maybe 3. Going to walk into town tomorrow, mainly get provisions. We can't stop in Algeria like we was hoping because we need a visa. We were told we can get one here, which we can, but we have to go and visit the Algerian embassy in Tunis to go through a process of getting a quick visa, but we're not going to bother. We're just going to sail the 550 miles. So we will need provision from here for a 550 mile nautical passage to Morocco. So we'll relax for a couple of days, get some food on board, and then do another big passage if we can get the right weather window. We've got to keep them working. You've got to keep them working. This boat is absolutely filthy. Look at that beauty that's just pulled up. M5. What a yacht that is. That has 5 sets of spreaders up this mast. It's got 3 hydraulic furling drums at the front for the head sails. It's in metallic silver and metallic grey. Flying the British ensign, I'm glad to see. That is beautiful. So I'll clean the sail bag, clean the bib in the yard top roof. We've done the saloon roof and the seating area, and then we've just got to do the saloon deck, all the weather decks. Look how much dirt comes off from upstairs. Most of that dirt has been washed down. And then we do the bow section, clean all the furniture in here. Then we'll have a scrub up inside, get this all clean, and get her ready for a 5-day passage of about 560-600 miles. There's a new Adventura 45, which is made here in this bay. Nice catamaran. Ocean Bird. Nice super yacht. This is the Port Bizarre, or Bizarte, as some of them call it, in Tunisia. We went for a walk yesterday to the old town, went to the market, had a look about. very busy. And today we're taking advantage of cleaning the boat, and when we leave, the fuel dock is just there, so nice and easy to get on the fuel on the way out, and it's tax free, which means it'll be half the price, which is great. Right, let's get back on and clean this dirty girl. We are leaving Bazart, Tunisia, and heading to Barca, Tunisia. We have just fueled up, done some customs work, got our drones back that they seize from you before you leave the customs dock, and then they give them back when you check out. Stayed here for 5 days. Very calm. The old town was interesting, a little bit dirty in places, but quite interesting. There's the old bridge in the background. Quite a large waterway up there. So we've got 66 miles to do. We're on our way to our second stop in Tunisia. So David has gone down to do egg and bacon French stick rolls. We are 11 o'clock in the morning. We left at about 8. Time we got off the dock closer to 9. From Marina Bazart in Tunisia, and we're heading to Barca, which is basically a fishing port. I reckon 80% of the vessels are fishing and the other 20% are leisure craft. No one seems to really know how you check in to get a berth in what is really just a quayside harbour wall. Apparently they don't answer on Channel 9, they can't be bothered, but the staff are meant to be friendly, so we're going to get in at dark, which we don't really want to do. In fact, we're estimated to be in, that's an hour wrong that, but that's estimated at the moment to be in at about 8:30, so 7:30 is when it's getting dark. That's if we can keep to 6.6 knots. We've got 53 miles to go. There is very lack of wind out here, no wind at all. We have got the tide pushing us in our direction, which is nice. The sea's fairly calm. Lots and lots of fishing bait balls jumping out of the sea and birds catching them. We did have dolphins when we went into the marina 5 days ago. 2 dolphins jumping up at the front of the boat just as we went into the break wall, having a round into the marina. So we was hoping we might see dolphins out here today, but so far no good. But the coastline on this northern tip of Tunisia is very nice. Kind of like rolling hills everywhere with beaches. We've got 2 islands up ahead that we're going to go in between, somewhere down here. And we've got a big ship on anchor that we need to be careful of. But for some reason he's not showing on AIS. that's our journey today. Basically from Bizerte there, going round into Tabarka, and once we get into Tabarka we go through these marker channels down, and somewhere down there is where we want to be. That is where I think most of the leisure crafts park up. Apparently it's just a fishing port, very smelly, apparently noisy, but there are some good fish restaurants there, and it's a good enough place to duck out of weather. Windy is showing 20 odd 25 knots heading east, which means it will be bang on our nose as we're going west. So the reason we've done what we've done is we've come out of Marina Bizerte after being there for 5 days. We're taking whatever this journey takes us, 12 hours or so to get into Tabarka. Then we'll stay there for half a day Monday, all day Tuesday. May leave Tuesday night, but probably stay until Wednesday. That gives us a nice window. And we were going to travel all the way down Algeria into Morocco, but it's exactly the same distance to get to Almeria, which is very close to where our friend Lee lives. So we're going to monitor the situation. We still need to head down the Algerian coast, but 2/3 of the way down the Algerian coast. If we continue on about a 270, 280 heading, it will lead us into Almeria, and then from there we've only got to jump down to maybe 1 or 2 places before Marbella, and then finding Gibraltar. So that's our plan at the moment, but if the wind picks up we may stay heading across the whole coast, northern coast of Algeria, and then dive into Morocco if we need to. But if the weather's in our favour, we're planning now on going to Spain, Almeria. I don't have to keep my eye on the reef up ahead or the dolphins, Dave.
Take it to as many beaches as you like, mate.
Yeah, dolphins are on at a time. I think they've gone.
That, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a couple of minutes, not much, but yeah, I think they've gone. Well, at least they come and said hello, even if it was only for a few minutes. Yeah. And breakfast is served.
Oh yeah, they're right there. I'll be back again.
Yeah, they just had a little play and then gone. Nice.
I wonder if it was them chasing the fish up there.
Yeah, it might have been. So after a 10-hour sail, we have reached this fishing port, Tabarka. We've gone on the quayside. Nobody gave us any instructions. We contacted them on VHF, and yeah, apparently it's known for this, where they don't bother replying. So I saw a few yachts on this quayside and I thought, well, there's a gap, although very tight, behind us. We are right up against this yacht. We just helped ourselves and then the local port authority, customs came along. I've taken our documents away to photocopy. We are already legally in Tunisia, but they still take your documents. And apparently this is a very, very smelly fishing port. However, it doesn't smell too bad. There's a couple of pirate boats there, quite a few restaurants. So we're just waiting for our documents to come back, and we're going to go and get something to eat. We had wind with us virtually all the way, not for the first hour and a half. There was no wind at all. And then we had wind all the way pushing us here. Current was pushing us here. The sea state was pushing us here. Our maximum speed was 9.7 speed over ground. We had winds of up to 25 knots at one point, with a current of about 18. Done 66 miles today. Took 10 hours. So an average of 6.6 miles, which is pretty good. We only flew with the head sail and one engine. At times we had to actually slow the engine down. The head sail done a really good job of pushing us all this way. So me and David are going to go ashore once we get our documents back and have a nice bit of dinner. See if we can get a beer, which we couldn't get into the other part of Tunisia. In Bisbert or whatever it's called. And then we will stay here until Wednesday. We might leave Tuesday night, but it looks like Wednesday we're going to leave, and that will be 4 or 5 day passage over to, we think now we're going to go to Spain, to Almeria, and then work our way down to Gibraltar. As we came into this anchorage, this harbour, from having most of the day 20 knots of wind, and as I say up to 25, it literally died down to almost nothing, and it made it so easy to put this boat on this quayside. We threw the front bow line over, locked it off fairly tight, that one there, and then we just reversed her back, and literally we got about 2 to 2.5 metres before where David's standing now touched the other boat at the back, but I think we're fine. So, good journey today. Now time to relax for a couple of days and do it all over again. That's it, lovely job. Right, so just before David slips that line, I'm just going to do a quick bit of filming, Dave. Wind is coming over from our port side, which means it's going to blow me onto that boat there when I reverse backwards. So I need to get a good angle on this. Okay, bear with me one sec, Dave. Right, we are ready to leave Tunisia and head to Spain. We are saying goodbye to Barca, Tunisia. Stayed here for 2 days, checked out customs, bit of a palaver. The beach was filthy dirty, the streets were filthy dirty, but the people were quite friendly. It did take about 3 hours today to get out of customs. It took about 2 hours to check into customs in Bizrat, I don't know, however you say it. But we are finally on our way. We have 547.6 miles if we head for Almeria, Spain. Bit of an old shipyard really. Funny little port, but you've done the job. We are sailing down the Algerian coastline. We left Tunisia 6 hours ago. Quite calm seas. We have been called up by the Algerian coast guards. We thought we might be told to go out of the international waters by 12 miles, but they asked us where we were going, what flag the vessel was carrying, and where the people on board were from, and they just said carry on. So we're literally sailing 2 or 3 miles off the coast. We're not flying the courtesy flag because we have no intentions in stopping in Algeria because we need a visa, which we don't have. So we've still got the Tunisian flag up. Tunisia is back that way. David's just having a kip, and then when he comes back off his watch, I'm going to do us pasta, tuna and some vegetables. But this is a very, very nice, comfortable sail, but very little wind. I'm doing 3 knots and I've only got 8 knots of wind, and it's variable. 1 minute it's coming from the front, next minute it's coming from the side, so I need to adjust the sails to try and get the most I can. Telltales are flying lovely on that little jib. Both telltales front and back are flying almost in a straight line. That's about as best we can get there. It's about 7 o'clock, another half an hour and the sun will be down. The only thing we're seeing is a fishing boat just out there. And we have 525 nautical miles to go. So this is my day. The land over the back there is Algeria, the fuel tanker. The sun is an hour away from going down. On this side, but we can't see it, is Ibiza, but it's miles away that way. But if you look out there, that is 2 Algerian war boats just on patrol as we're in Algerian waters. But yeah, Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, Formentera are all over there, but a long way, 160 miles away. Algeria. You can just see it in the background, about 10 miles away. Beautiful day, flat calm seas, but no wind, so we don't have any sails out, we're just running on an engine. There you go, doing 5.8 knots. Got 332 miles to go until we get to Spain. And if I zoom that down, move that across, that's where we're heading. Almeria. And that is where I am now. That little boat, that's me there. That is the oil tank burner. And look at the water coming off the front, wow. No, I don't want coffee, mate. No. I'll have a Coke if there's one. We're being a little bit shadowed by the mainsail against that jib. I don't want to come round much more, otherwise we won't make no distance. But these are 2.5, 3 metre swells, these, Lee. You can't quite see them on camera. That one there's about 2 metres coming in, just lifting us up. Boat speed's not working, the wheel needs cleaning. There you go, up to 17 knots there. We've had over 20 today. I might pull that jib in, it's being flanked too much by the main. If I change course to get a better angle of wind on it, then I'll end up coming down here as opposed to making my way forward. So after about 600 nautical miles from departure Tunisia, we are finally on anchor. 5 days, 5 nights. Almeria, Spain. The marina is just over there, but we will lower the tender, go ashore, and then walk to customs and get ourselves checked into Schengen. Down in the background there is a marina we might go to tomorrow or the next day. Our friend Lee knows people that work there. We need a few jobs done. See if we can get our AIS transponder working. And we've put a tear in the mainsail, so we need the mainsail pulled off, repaired, and we need the sail bag repaired again. Other than that, quite a successful journey. Longest passage that David has done, second longest that I've done, longest I've done as the captain on board. We had a couple of difficult spots when we had winds of 35-40 knots, and this boat with a big main up is very hard to steer. The autopilot will not keep on course because the pressure is too great, so you have to hand steer until the wind drops down. And we're looking forward to getting a nice bit of dinner and a couple of beers. So what did you think of your first long distance sail, David?
Yeah, right.
Yes, it's a bit of a try for your one that's coming up across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And you won from the Canaries down to Cabo Verde, that's 700 miles. But very good, done really well. Took kips whenever we needed them. David done most of the watches yesterday coming over from Algeria. But yeah, very, very good. Glad to be on anchor after 5 days. Glad to get ashore and go and get a beer. But yeah, very good.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
Hello, Captain. You parked right in the middle of the road. Hello, sweetheart. Nice little drive down.
I should try harder to please you. I'm not the man I wanna be. Yeah. But my weak soul is letting me down.
Let's get out of here.
Team Reality, nothing to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell for all the local video content.
Yeah, sailing, fishing, scuba diving, it's going to be great.
Can I stay in the